I am delighted to be able to share with you this Pulp Fiction pinball machine, which is produced by Chicago Gaming Company in conjunction with Raw Thrills and Play Mechanics. You can purchase this amazing game, and it is amazing, from Pinball Heaven, who are the UK's largest pinball distributor. Check out the details in the description below. I've had this game for 3 weeks now, something like that, and I have to say this game is so good. It's already become one of my favourites, and I not only must I have one, I will get one. Alas, this one is not mine. This is about to go on its journey, but it has been fantastic, and just playing this game has convinced me that I need to have one of these. One of the first things you're going to notice about this Pulp Fiction pinball machine is that it has a retro look, if you like. There's very much a classic feel to the game, and firstly that's because you're probably seeing from the back box here some alphanumeric displays rather than what has become more fashionable recently in recent years, the LCD screen. But please don't be deterred by that. You're really not losing out on this game. For me, I'm not the best player in the world, and I rarely, if at all, take my eyes from the playfield where the ball is zipping around and look at screens anyway. The only time I ever seem to look at a screen is when it's not my turn in a two-player game. Then I'll look at the screen. This game loses nothing for not having a screen. It still feels like the iconic movie Pulp Fiction. And there's a really good reason for that. And that is because the people that produced this game had unlimited access to all the assets and were granted it by none other than Quentin Tarantino. So the story goes, Quentin Tarantino approached, I believe it was Play Mechanics or Raw Thrills, and said, "Can you build me a pinball machine, please?" And he very much wanted it to look in that sort of classic late 70s, early 80s sort of style, which is why you'll see the back box and even the trim here, either side of it, does have exactly that look. The dimensions are very, very similar as well. And that was very much in keeping with the whole theme of the pinball machine. Also, the way the pinball machine plays, which is hard and fast, like a lot of those classics. However, I have to say that it is addictive, because whilst it is a sort of hard and fast game, the rules are very, very easy to understand. Certainly from my point of view, I've found, particularly in recent years, there have been a number of games that have such deep rule sets that certainly I know I will never reach the end of those games. At least with this, I can understand what you have to do, and I can understand that one day if I have the game of my life, I might actually get there, whereas some of the other games, particularly from some of the top designers and some of the top companies, they're a little bit unobtainable. They're a bit far out, and you'd probably have to play the game for an hour and a half in some games to even reach the end and reach wizard mode. Not so much with this. First of all, you're going to notice this wonderful iconic artwork. I think they've kept it simple, and I like what they've done on the side of the cabinet here, because you've got to imagine maybe pinball machines from this sort of era would have had screen printing on the side, so you wouldn't have had the intricate detail that you get on a lot of more modern games. Now, don't get me wrong, the last game I had in here before this one was Elton John by Jersey Jack Pinball. That had the radicals on it. They were excellent, and you know what? They worked perfectly for that game. But they would look silly on this game because you have this sort of retro feel. Even the coin door. The coin door is a magnificent thing of beauty. What I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to take you around. We'll take that camera off of its tripod. I'll show you some of the playfield, or all of the playfield. I'll show you the cabinet. I'll show you the back box, and I'll give you a good look at this game. And then later on, I'll show you some gameplay on the game as well. It's absolutely magnificent. As I say, you can buy this game from Pinball Heaven. It comes in 2 different flavours. This is the more standard issue because we are height restricted. I'm not just talking about myself in here. The top edition in this actually has a topper on it. It's magnificent, this topper. It's actually, if you've ever seen it, it's Maya and of course Vincent, who are dancing the twist at Jack Rabbit Slims, which is one of the iconic scenes from the movie. This game is packed for every call out. If you have a favourite Pulp Fiction quote, and I'm sure you do, it's going to be featured on this game. And you very much feel, as the music's playing and as the call-outs happening during the game, you feel immersed in the Tarantino world of Pulp Fiction. There's not an awful lot to do, as I mentioned earlier, but doing it, they're 2 very different things. You have to spell out Pulp Fiction, you have to collect the cast, as you can see here, Jules, Mayer, Vincent, Mr. Wolf, And of course, Jimmy. Is Jimmy one of the main characters in the film? Probably not. And I've heard some people complain that Jimmy is featured in this game. Hey, look, Jimmy is played by Quentin Tarantino. This is his game. This game would not exist without him. Let it go, I say. Let's have Jimmy in there. And it works really, really well. I mean, so much of the game is obviously centred around Jules and Vincent, but you've got so much other stuff going on here. You've got the pawn shop. That's Pawn, by the way, not the other one. You've got the big kahuna. You've got the Royale with cheese. You've got the gold watch. There is so much going on in this game. You have a series of roll scenes, a twist contest, the wallet, the gold watch, clean the cart, the shot. Oh, I don't know about you, in that film in Pulp Fiction, when they have to administer the shot after, as say, she's had too much sherbet, hasn't she, Maya? They have to administer the adrenaline shot. That's an uncomfortable scene for me. But that's the film, right? The whole film is sort of uncomfortable in that way. Whilst they've stayed true to that sort of classic theme of drop targets and spinners, pop bumpers, a saucer at the back, there are some other things that you wouldn't necessarily see in a classic game, like this magnificent magnet down just by Christopher Walken. The actor's not actually in the game. It's just the part of Christopher Walken section of the game with the gold watch. And of course, it has an absolutely amazing vertical up kicker, which makes it look like the ball is going to be locked inside Marcel Wallace's briefcase, which moves on to a briefcase boogie multiple, which is just a wonderful feature of the game. There's so much to like in this game, and I've got to say, possibly more than any other game that Pinball Heaven have asked me to review and have lent me to facilitate me filming some videos. I think I will miss this more than any other game I've actually had. I've got to say, there's been quite a wait for this game. It seems possibly at least a couple of years since it was announced, and I think they're only coming into production now, as I speak, now in sort of February 2024. It's been a long wait, but Chicago Gaming Company do make magnificent pinball machines. They really do. I'm delighted they've made this. I can't wait to own it. It's going to be a firm favourite for me. It's going to be an important part of my pinball collection. And for me personally, I think this is going to sit really, really nicely alongside the Big Lebowski. I think that's certainly something that's going to work for me. The more I've played it, the more I've got to know it, the more I love it. It's a magnificent game. What we'll do is we'll give you a little tour of the Playfield now, and then we'll show you a little bit of gameplay. Let's take a closer look at this magnificent game. I think first of all, let's show you this wonderful, wonderful coin door. It's a sort of brushed steel effect, but it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, it was a big part for me of this game. I probably would have got it if it didn't have such a nice coin door, but for me, just a really nice part. You can see there Ezekiel 25:17, which is obviously the path of the righteous man, isn't it? Which is obviously quoted by Samuel L. Jackson frequently in the film, actually. Now, it may well, the first time I ever saw this artwork on camera, I think the first time I ever saw it, it looked sort of matte. It's not. In real life, this is a gloss finish on there. The sound on this game is really good. Really good sound on it. And it has to be. I mean, you've got some really good, iconic songs on here. And some good call-outs. You want to be able to hear them clearly. A couple of apron cards here, which one of them, just on the right-hand side there, give you the rules of the game. Of course, all this stuff is downloadable. One of the first things to notice on the game is there's a post here. So sometimes when the ball drops down between the middle, you have to have a bit of faith. It will bounce off of there, and it will rescue the ball. These are your main modes, which will take you to the wizard mode. You got briefcase boogie, pawn shop panic, roll scene, cast chaos, pulp frenzy. Shoot again is just your extra ball. These are your bonus multipliers here. You've got the in lanes and the out lanes either side. First thing you're going to notice is the Royale with cheese. Now, I would say that is a tasty burger, but it's actually the Big Kahuna burger that is the tasty burger. Royale with cheese, you've got a little target. There's a shot just there. From here's where the ball pops out. If you've shot the ball too early into the pawn shop, which is just here, if you knock these targets down, you'll actually see that there's a ball lock just behind it. Just on the right-hand side, you have a magnet, a target, and of course the gold watch. As mentioned earlier, there's Christopher Walken. You have a number of shots here. Firstly, you have the orbits, which have the spinners on them. You have the roll scenes, which are here. Not an easy shot, it has to be said. This is a tough game, a tough shooting game, a very rewarding one. Just behind that target just there, hopefully I can probably show that to you now. Pop this down. There is a saucer behind it. There's another saucer at the back. If you lock the ball in there, then it will award you with a character. The characters are just down here. You need to try and get all 5 characters. I'm not going to tell you the rules to this game because whilst it's not the deepest game in the world, I mean you'll learn that easily enough. But suffice to say, you need to collect all these characters and play Cast Chaos, which is just down here. That's one of the things to do on here. As you'll see from the roll scenes, twist contest, the wallet, gold watch, clean the car, the shot as discussed earlier. A briefcase multi-ball. All the targets on here are down at the moment, but that little lane in there, when you start the game, all those targets will pop up. There are 3 targets. You have another orbit and another spinner on the left-hand side. And just up there, let's just get a little bit more light on Jules. And just on the other side, just here, you have Vincent. Big Kahuna bonus at the back. This is really important to try and get this. Got a target here and you've got a target here. Hit those. And then hit the gold watch, this target here, you're going to get a bonus. Not easy, easier said than done. As I said, like Pulp Fiction as well. That's another neat little sort of, I don't know if it's a mode or it's a side mode, but quite a cool thing to try and achieve. And then just moving on to the artwork on the back box. Again, it's not a screen print, but I guess it's meant to look like a screen print. So Maya, they're doing the twist, Maya Wallace. Quite an interesting back glass. The story goes that the original back glass was actually rejected by Quentin Tarantino. And he said, well, I can get some of my guys to work on this if you want. And apparently I mean, you can see it here. You see here, I said earlier there was, hopefully I can zoom in on that. It says Play Mechanics, Chicago Gaming Company. Hopefully you can see that on there. So one of the guys at one of these companies said, no, let us try and do it. And they came up with this wonderful back glass, which I think works really, really well. And you can actually see, I mean, there's a lot to spot. You'll keep seeing stuff here. Marcel Wallace. He's obviously just behind there, just behind the bar. So this is really cool. Really, really nice. Now, you would think with it being quite a simple alphanumeric display, there's not a lot of information on there. There really is. And they've done about as well as you possibly can with the, I guess with these sort of, with the displays the way they are. They have done the very best that you possibly can. So again, it's taking this sort of retro style and making it very modern, and it really, really works. And I think they've done so well with this game, I do actually wonder if more companies are going to start to make a few more of these retro games. We've had remakes from sort of Haggis Pinball Company. They've remade things like Fathom, but this is totally different. It's a brand new concept, a brand new theme, but just done in the old style. It's a wonderful game, as I said, available from Pinball Heaven, the UK's largest pinball distributor. I'll just show you a little bit of gameplay now, but there are other videos available if you want to see a deeper view of the gameplay. We'll link them in the description below. There you have it. A truly magnificent pinball machine. And I think it's fair to say this year, with this being released alongside a set of Elton John, which I was lucky enough to have here, they're very different. And you'd have each one for different reasons. But two, not just really good games, but two incredible pinball machines. Now I've taken the glass off so as you can hopefully see a little bit more of the action without reflection. Between each ball, I'll actually move the camera to the other side so you get to see both sides of the playfield. I'm just going to press the start button, which is on the coin door.
Come on, let's get in the character.
Actually, I'm going to turn that volume up a bit, actually. Because it is quite loud, the sound of the ball with the glass off. Okay, let's launch the ball. That's gone into the saucer at the back.
Spurs from jiggling and jangling? I mean, I want to ask you, but
so you can probably see Jimmy is flashing here. Mr. Wolf was flashing just before. I've actually initiated two characters, but whether I can lock them in is another matter entirely. That's actually a third character you'll see here.
Could you roll me one of those?
That's just that saucer at the back that's initiating those. Oh, not quite. Had to lock it in. Just to that shot just there, it's flashing, it's saying character. I have to collect the character, that's what I have to do. Oh dear, I lost the ball. Now, bad news for me, I lose those characters. Let's try and show you, I probably concentrated a little bit too much on that there. Let's try and show you something else. But before I do that, I'm going to move the camera to the other side. There we go, let's launch the ball.
Hold it right there.
I got a ball save there, which was lucky.
You know what they call a quarter pound of cheese in France?
Hopefully you can hear some of these call outs.
I'll be there in 10.
Oh dear, just a bad shot then. Hopefully you can see show you most shots and show you all angles of the game.
In my kitchen.
So I've actually locked the ball in there now. So I've collected a character. I've collected Jimmy, which hopefully you can... And I've lost the ball. We'll start again. We'll do another game. Oh, I just managed to rescue it then. So if I get the ball into here now, it will start the twist contest.
You know what they call a quarter pound of cheese in France?
Royale with cheese.
So I just got the Royale with cheese.
You know what they call a quarter pound of cheese in France?
Okay, that went really quickly. No, I've actually locked it in there. So I've actually got what we call a roll scene now, but it's actually clean the car.
So pretty please, with sugar on top. Clean the car.
You can actually tune this to either be adult mode or family safe mode if you want. All the family save mode does is mute the swearing. Doesn't leave much to the imagination. So I'm in a mode at the moment. It wants me to hit the spinners. Right now. Got a big kahuna bonus is lit if I can hit that. I'm just setting because I can see the screen at the moment. I've got 12 seconds left. That's giving me to hurry up there. It's telling me to hurry up. I got it!
I can't believe this is the same car.
I actually completed the scene.
Well, let's not start.
You'll see.
Quite yet.
That will be. And I got awarded Jimmy, which you can see here. I got awarded Vincent. So that was quite a good ball there. And I've just locked one of the balls into the pawn shop there. 3 locked in there, and you'll get a multi-ball.
You know what they call a quarter pound of cheese in France?
Oh, I was just trying to lock that in there to try and get another ball lock. I'd love to show you a multi-ball, but this game is hard. Second ball locked in there. I don't know if you can see from that angle, but there are 2 lights lit there on the pawn shop. Oh!
You know what they call a quarter pound of cheese in France?
It's a very addictive game, I must say that about this game. I think I've probably played this every day since it's been here. Oh, that was close. I've got 2 things to collect on that watch. I've just locked the first ball in for Boogie Briefcase. There's a lot going on here. Oh, and that's the 3rd one, so I get a multi-ball on this game.
That's it.
It's all about hitting the targets, this. And then I've got to try and, once I've done it, I've got to try and lock the ball back. Well, lock many balls, lock them as much as I can into that pawn shop. That was a terrible, terrible attempt at that multi-ball, it has to be said. But I'm on my 2nd mode now, which is a twist contest. That I need to hit it up into the pop bumpers for this one.
So Dad's good.
All right, let's see what you can do. Take it away.
A ball save, which is really important then. I'd actually had a ball save on the out lane. And it actually helps me because it gets it straight into the pop bumpers.
I think fast, I talk fast, and I need you guys to act fast if you want to get out of this.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and powder my nose.
And I got the big kahuna bonus as well.
Stone of any nutritious we should have bad guys with this kind of deal. You know what they call a quarter pound of cheese in France?
I'm losing life, people.
Oh, I got it, actually completed that one as well. So that's the 2nd scene completed.
And cut. Print it. That's a wrap.
I'm here to help. If my help's not appreciated, lots of luck, gentlemen.
Disco.
We should have shotguns for this kind of deal.
Okay, now I've actually got all of the cast here. I've got the big Kahuna bonus lit. Everything is lit. Actually managed to get an extra ball as well, which is really good.
White on set.
Oh, that was close.
You know what they call a quarter pound of a cheesy burger?
Oh, I got divine intervention
Oh, right there.
for some reason. I've no idea why.
Big Kahuna burger. That's that Hawaiian burger joint.
Okay, so this is the BMF wallet, which is
You to go in that bag.
the third
I know
of
why. It's the one that says bad mother.
the roll scenes. Again, this is a target one.
You know what they call a quarter pound of a cheesy burger?
That's 2 locked in for the briefcase boogie.
Now, you got a corpse in a car, minus the head in the garage. Take me to it.
You can get a steak here, Daddy-O.
Oh wow, that was really lucky that the post saved me there.
I'm losing light, people.
I got a ball save. Okay. I've only got 6 seconds. I'm not going to be able to complete this now, unfortunately.
Cut. Come on, people. Let's focus.
Oh, for goodness sake, that was just terrible. Just going to try and show you up here quickly. Hopefully you can see. There's a bonus, pretty big bonus going on here. So it should be 5 times. Yeah, sort of like half a... Well, it was $500,000, wasn't it, that bonus there? So I've got shoot again as well. Okay, where are we? That's a real shame, that, as well. A real shame. I should have done better there. So the only thing I've got so far is for all my work is that the only thing I've got is Cast Chaos. So I didn't complete the pawn shop.
White on set.
I might try and, if I can, take this briefcase multi-ball, this briefcase boogie.
Self-preservation is an instinct you possess. You better do it and do it quick.
Oh no! I can't believe I've let it go so far. I was just trying to let it bounce on that post. Oh, that is a really big error. I decided not to try and slap save and let it hit the post. I'm on my last ball now. I've gone from playing really well. Oh, that's a shame.
On the expensive stuff, because when I drink it,
Oh, I need to compose myself. A little bit gutted, actually. Okay, so I got that in there at least for this multi-ball.
We have.
Whew. Oh, this is bad. That was a really bad multi-ball. That was awful. Oh, I've just lost it. I've actually lost it. Unbelievable. Oh. And that, boys and girls,
what happened here was a miracle.
is the end of my game.
Acknowledge it.
So, you get to here, and this is what I say, you know, this is very good, this scoreboard. It's going to allow me to, fortunately, I should put my name in. But you know what, I'm really happy with that ball there. That's high score 1, which I'm really happy with, I've got to say. That's not a bad, that's my best score. So it's quite nice to get your best score on camera, has to be said. And I've got a lot of the modes, the highest things in a couple of the modes, sorry, as well. So there you go. What a game. What a game.